Welcome to Corsair Radio. The content of Corsair Radio does not represent Santa Monica College, the faculty, the staff, the employees, or the student body.
Welcome to this week's show of Both Point of View, BPOV. This is Mona Adem, and next to me I have the lovely
Oliver Baker.
There you go.
Oh, thank you for that introduction.
Well, you see, sometimes we have to do that. We have to be nice. We have to be
You're
nice.
the lovely, I'm the handsome.
Okay, that's no. Well, no, I don't know if I wanna.
I'm not handsome?
Well, okay, he's handsome. He's
You're
very
lovely,
handsome.
And you're very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Man, so we finally have our own show.
I know, exciting.
It is exciting. I've been
must
thinking
say.
about it all week, actually.
Well, I've been thinking about it a couple of days, not all week.
Well, yeah,
It's only
couple-
Tuesday.
Right.
You mean
And
all weekend?
We came up with it, yeah.
When did we come up with it?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the idea behind it? Did we ever discuss
We were going to talk boldly about things we caught in the news, right?
Exactly.
And we're going to run it on YouTube so YouTube viewers can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also put together a little webpage. Huh?
Yeah, that's our show. We're going to talk about everything. Entertainment, politics, everything. And sports, even sports, because it's soccer right now.
Yeah. A little international. I know nothing about soccer right now. Do you?
You do not?
I do not.
That is so bad. Spain won. I think it was yesterday game.
Okay.
And I don't like Spain. And Sweden is already out, so that's...
Oh, Sweden's out?
Yeah, they're out.
Are they any good though?
To be honest, no. I love Sweden. It's my country, but
yeah.
they're not good.
Oh, okay.
They're not good. But they lost against England. England,
England's-
come on,
England's
people.
strong though, right? They're always strong.
No, but actually not. I don't think so. I don't think they're very strong at all.
What about the U.S.?
Are you kidding me? First of all, it's European soccer, so U.S. is not welcome.
Oh, we're not even.
But they would
invited.
not. I don't think they have they ever been in the World Cup?
Yeah, they've been in the World Cup. Just haven't been, deep in the World Cup.
You mean going in too far into the World Cup?
Yeah,
No, well,
too far.
United States is not they're not known for football, soccer. They're known for football. They're known for basketball because you have extremely tall people in this country.
And baseball too. Pretty good.
Yeah, baseball, of course, baseball. Which one is the most famous game, would you say?
I think it's football.
You think that players are most paid?
The highest paid, I think, is basketball, but I think football is the most popular.
That could be true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't understand football, but that's true. I could see
Baseball's the oldest.
that. It is, right?
Yeah, baseball's the oldest.
Okay. I haven't done much baseball either.
Baseball's kind of boring.
It
right?
is, thank
Yeah.
you.
I
Someone
wouldn't
who
mind-
will admit that.
I don't mind playing it. Playing it. Is
Can you
fun.
play it?
I can play it. I played it.
Okay.
Yeah. But watching it is like, oh God, when is it time to go?
I
You
know.
what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm the same thing. And for me, football, that's another reason why I don't like it. I don't see the point with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like too much anger. And the
Anger?
people are so big. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, calm down. It's just,
It's a brutal sport.
It is a brutal sport.
Well, there's another
It's a
sport.
little bit too much for me.
There's another sport that's going on, and this is a worldwide thing. It's called mixed martial arts, MMA. What do you feel about? How do you feel about that?
I have never heard about it.
Mixed martial arts. They do everything except for bite and scratch.
But what kind of game is it?
It's fighting, and they fight mixed martial arts. So it's not like boxing.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can box, you can karate, you can all these different martial arts
Okay.
in one sport, though.
Yeah, I don't think I would like it.
Yeah, it would be too brutal for you.
It is too
much
much
blood.
Exactly what I was supposed to say. You were reading my thoughts. My God, yeah, too much blood and don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they will waste. I don't think you should waste time for that. But hey, that's just my bold point of view.
Understandable.
Just saying.
Right. So what's in the news? What's up?
Well, have you heard about Facebook Exchange?
Talk to me about it.
So this is a new way for advertisement to get into more specific ads to their users. And
Okay.
Facebook is going to help by, let's say you are browsing for just, let's say, porn,
Okay.
for example.
Ooh, I watched that.
Well, let's just say, I don't know, no pun intended here, but let's just say it's porn, and then the next day when you log into Facebook, the advertisement will be about porn. It will be more specific, like where you can get to watch more cheaper porn if the porn is not free, or where you can get to other pages. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
So that's
I'm quite
exactly
sure
what it is.
erectile dysfunction will show up. You know what I mean? Pills, that sort of thing.
All kind of stuff. And it's just more specific. It's more specific, and it's more targeted, and it's more, there's a word you would say, it's more spying on you.
Yeah, it seems like, because Facebook is down with Google, right?
Yeah,
and
that's why Google are using it.
Google is down with CIA.
Yeah.
So it's really like, spy sort of, spying in on like what you're typing.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's why you have Google. Google, that's where you web browsing, right? So Google will then give Facebook what you web browsing about, and then Facebook will give the advertisement where you have been.
Okay, I'm gonna start searching on Yahoo then.
I think you should. I think all should.
Yeah.
This is just going too far, don't you think?
I think it's going way too far.
I mean, where do we have limits?
Really, huh?
No, not really. And Facebook is like taking over everything.
This is like intelligence, you know what I mean?
No, really.
Like, no, I'm on Facebook. I'm not thinking about porn when I'm on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
For example.
Yeah, for example, like I could be like looking at my kid's picture, and then I got porn advertisement over here. Like,
exactly.
What's going on?
A bit too much.
It's too much. It's it's like two different worlds colliding in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but exactly. Well, but Facebook is really taking over a lot of parts of our lives, and I think we have to seriously think about what we put on Facebook and how we're going to use Facebook. I'm not saying Facebook is actually bad, but I'm just saying Facebook, we have to be much more careful.
I think so.
What we're doing with Facebook nowadays.
How much time does the average person do you think is on Facebook?
Seriously, I think a day.
Yeah, a different
probably day. Without any doubt.
At least 3 hours.
At least 5-6 hours.
No, people are working and stuff like that.
Well, you think working stop people? Oh my God, that is Oliver. That was like 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't think people watch Facebook or go check in Facebook while they're at work?
No, they can't.
Oliver, are you serious?
Are they getting fired though? Then?
Of course, nobody sees it.
Okay.
They're not doing it in front of their boss, but without any doubt, so 1 in every 10 does it.
That's like an addiction then, because how you work 8 hours a day. So,
yeah.
Okay, you work 8 hours a day, and then you go home. So say you do an hour at work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. An hour of Facebook at work, but then you go home and then you get on it again.
Of course. Because all the things you missed from going from the work to home.
Wow.
Without any doubt, I'm telling you, Oliver, without any doubt, 1 in every 10 American, go online on Facebook while they're working.
Wow. That's
either
staggering.
To their cell phone or if they have a computer.
Yeah, more than likely their cell phone, though, right?
Well, yeah. But more likely the computer if they're kind of administrative work.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, yeah, of course.
That
without
is
any doubt.
Crazy. Learning something every day on Bold Point of View. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what's happening.
Wow. So what do you think about this whole,
Which one?
I just lost my train of thought right now. Luckily.
Well, let me talk to you about something else.
Okay, good.
So, for example, health insurance. Recently, you already know the health insurance policy that Obama want to put out there.
Obama healthcare.
There you go. And the Congress has been, everything Obama does, the Congress is going to be no.
Right.
And, that's how it runs. But if you look at Obama's healthcare policy, it actually doesn't cover all people. And the question is...
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't cover illegal immigrants. And you have like 11-12 million
legal immigrants?
Illegal immigrants.
Illegal, okay.
Unauthorized
And does it
immigrants.
cover poor people like me?
Well, it depends. Because it's not free.
It's not free?
No. So,
okay.
But it's much more cheaper
right.
than it has been.
Right.
But of course, it doesn't cover all people.
Right.
It doesn't at all. But the question is what I would like to ask you. Do you think immigrants should have some kind of policy, because remember they cannot do anything. None of these policy covers unauthorized immigrants.
Well, I think we should have a universal health care like Canada does, first of all.
That's true. I will agree on that.
Yeah, the Obama health care. I read an article that talks about I think it's next year, it's going to be active, 2013. And if the citizen doesn't receive or doesn't sign up for the health care, at the end of the year, the government is going to take out the money out of your taxes. So, like a person like myself with a kid, if I get back, $6,000 for taxes, the government is going to take that money for health insurance, even if I don't use it. So I don't like Obama's, his whole health care plan. It sucks to me.
You really think so?
That's my bold point of view.
I mean, I can agree with you, but the reason I don't like it is because I think it's still a problem. I mean, one of the biggest problems in America is, how do you view immigrants? How do we treat immigrants? How do we treat legal immigrants? First of all, it takes forever to get papers in this country.
Right.
So even if, they want to be Americans, it's not even possible until like 10 years.
Well, the way I feel here, we're all immigrants.
There you go.
And
that's the
it's
question
like
then.
the immigrant telling the immigrant that, they have to wait, which is BS to me. I think anybody that wants to be in this country should be allowed to be in this country. The whole notion of terrorists and all this other stuff is, to me, made up, We know, it's on record that the terrorists that are out there are CIA formed. You know what I'm saying? It's made up by the CIA.
Yeah.
So these so-called immigrants are people just like you and me,
No, I would totally agree on that. And I think, to be honest, this is my bold point of view. The reason why we have such problem with immigrants is the faces of immigrants and the color of immigrants. Before, back in the days, like in 20s, 30s, 40s, the immigrants was from Europe, mostly from Europe, white-skinned.
Exactly.
But now you have mostly, when we talk about immigrants, immediately, what do you think about when we talk about immigrants?
Immediately Mexican.
There you go. Mexican, Hispanic, and more colored people. And I think that frightens more people now than it used to do before, because this country's made of immigrants.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just read that on the Google News, Asian immigrants are now overtaking Hispanics as fastest rising group. How do you feel about that?
That's interesting. Well, I could imagine that too.
Yeah.
I couldn't, but you see, it's a little bit different, because I believe that Asian immigrants are treated differently than Mexicans immigrant and Hispanics immigrant. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say it because everyone is not Mexican.
No, yeah.
But I think they're treated differently.
Are they treated like Europeans? More so, yeah, I would believe that. And everybody knows Asians, they usually come already from a background where they have this kind of good education and good kind of, from a stable background. Environment.
Yeah, and they come here and they have much more easier to integrate into the community.
So you think they come here with more to offer the country? Like they come here because they want to trade, or they come here because they want to open a store, or, because I know if you go to South Central Los Angeles, what do you see? You see mostly Korean liquor store owners, or Asian hair products, hair stores.
Yeah.
Like, and it seems as though they're using, or not they're using, but they're taking money out of the minority neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
No, I believe some parts is true in what you're saying, but I also believe because they come from where they come, they are treated differently. And because I don't say, it's not to say that Hispanic cannot, offer as much as Asian, but you have to think about, for example, Mexico, what kind of country that is. And it's not the Mexicans' fault when you think about the instability in Mexico.
Right.
It's actually United States' fault and other countries about when it comes to the drug trade and where they get the guns from. When it comes to, what do you call this? The people in Mexico who take care of the drug trade. the drug traffickers.
The cartels.
The cartels. The cartels are backed up by United States money or
right.
other countries' money.
Yeah, their guns
And there you go.
their guns.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that we have an issue about that.
Right. Well, I think we agree on that issue, though.
We do.
All right, let's move on.
Let's.
So there's this guy. His name was Duran Ravi. He's the 20-year-old guy that took the picture of his roommate in college, and his roommate ended up killing himself based on the fact that I guess his roommate was kissing a man. Mm-hmm. They only gave Ravi 30 days, 20 days.
20 days.
20 days in jail, $11,000 in fines, and 300 hours of community service and counseling. What do you think about that? Should he have gotten more time?
Absolutely. I think at least 5 years.
Yeah.
At least 5 years. I think it's ridiculous. He only got 20 days.
Mm-hmm.
And because the young kid took suicide because of this.
Right.
Then that makes him the murderer. He actually made the guy take suicide. And now he's getting 20 days for his irresponsibility to act like the way that he did. Of course not. This is just insanity to me. Mm-hmm. And it shows, to be honest, it shows how the gay community is treated in the United States. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if it would be different if the kid was different. But I'm not going to say anything about that.
That's where I was getting at. I noticed his last name was Ravi. So I'm thinking that he was going. What college was it? Do you know what college it was?
I cannot remember.
I think it was a big school though, and I think Ravi, his parents may have had a little money.
Oh yeah, that I know definitely.
Being a Muslim, maybe owns a store. I don't know. Maybe have some background in oil or something, but he's not poor.
That's
and I'm
probably the case.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if. Had that been Ray and Junebug.
Ray, where did you get Ray from? Come on.
Black. I'm just thinking
I
of
know,
blacks,
but be more creative, my friend. But it's fine. We'll accept that.
So if Ray took a picture of Junebug like that, you know what? It probably wouldn't even make news.
Probably not.
You see.
But the thing is, for me, it is disturbing because it doesn't teach kids a lesson. It really doesn't. Because nowadays, they just don't know how to take responsibility, and they can do anything for fun because they think it's fun. I mean, this kid thought it was fun to, take photos of his roommate kissing another guy.
Right.
But that's his private life, and you don't know whether he has even told his parents, the effect that will happen to him after he released the photos. Yeah. But he didn't care because, it was fun.
Right.
Everything in life is fun.
Right.
But no, it's not. There is a limit how you treat other human beings. And that's what it comes to.
But in Ravi's world, especially if he's a Muslim, this is a no-no.
But of course. It is probably the reason why he reacted the way he does.
Right.
The way he did is probably because of disgust, more so than he did of just fun. Right. That's true.
But then
I don't want
he went to tell his friends and show his friends the clip.
The clip, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because that's his way of being, the cool guy. Look what I did, and look at that guy. He's kissing another guy. Isn't that disgusting? Mm-hmm. And for him, it's just a way to show his so-called manhood or what he can or cannot do.
Right.
But it doesn't really. 20 days in jail or in prison doesn't show him what he did.
Right.
And it doesn't give justice to the family who lost a son because of this silly and stupid act of the boy.
Well, check it out.
Makes me just upset talking about it.
I know.
It really does. Really does. If I was the judge, my God, he would not see a bright of light day for like 30 years from now.
Well, the guy that committed suicide that was kissing the other guy, his last name was Clementi. When you hear Clementi, what do you think?
Clementi.
Italian.
Really?
Exactly. So I don't think the Italian community really wanted that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's why that guy committed suicide.
Of course, there is a reason why he committed suicide. Yeah. Probably because he hasn't given out to people, especially his close family. Yeah, and that's what he for him, it was no way out.
No way out.
And that guy put him in that situation. And what does he get?
Well, did
20
that guy,
days.
well, this is where I'm going to have to disagree with you, Mona. Did that guy put him in that situation, or did he put himself in that situation by kissing on that other man?
Listen, what you do in your private life I should not give a shit about your private life. I'm sorry, I should not say shit. But I should not. And so should he not do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is not his problem. It is not his life.
Well, this is his roommate, so he's living with him.
What? Why do I'm sorry. So that means what?
Huh?
That means what? So he have to follow the rules of his roommate?
I think he should have been more prepared, or he should have known what was going on.
No, because he was not kissing the guy in front of his roommates. But he did not, of course, know that
he was in the room with him, huh? So how did he, like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how would he be able to take the picture?
Listen, the guy who kissed the other guy, his roommate, did not know that he was on video, that someone was doing this.
Right.
Of course not. He did not know.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. How did?
Well, first of all, it doesn't matter. It is his life. Does it really matter?
No,
How could it matter? How could it matter for the roommate?
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't hurt him. It is his sexual life, and what he want to do behind closed door, that is only and only his choice.
Okay, but now, I guess I'm thinking more or less now into the spiritual realm.
What? Yeah, please explain to me.
The spiritual realm, like, my house is my sanctuary. You know, I want certain spirits and energies flowing within the walls of my
Okay, just be honest, Oliver. It's because they're gay, okay? That's
No,
why you have. Yes,
no,
yeah.
no,
Would you say the same thing for lesbian women? We talked about this before. You would not say the same thing.
I would absolutely not say
No,
the
there you
same
go.
thing.
So cut the bullshit. Be honest
I'm a
with
hypocrite. I'll admit, I'm a hypocrite when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's true. You are.
Right. But I can own up to that though too.
No, but to be honest, it's sad. It's really sad because we really don't respect other people's life.
Yeah.
And it's a boy just lost his life for nothing.
Right.
For nothing because of who he is.
Yeah.
That's the saddest part of this whole story. He took suicide because he knew what would happen if people knew who he really was.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We need for people to know who we really are. So therefore, you don't be ashamed of what you really are, or you don't. You know what I mean?
People need to be more acceptable.
Yeah. You need, or more people. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what people need to be, and stop having problems about other people's life, and stop caring about other people. Just focus on yourself, what you do in life, how you treat other people, and that's it.
Absolutely. Now, okay, this kind of runs into it. Alec Baldwin, right? He was out.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I saw the photos of that.
You saw the photos?
That's insane.
Yeah, he was out with his, I guess, newly wife, and they were going to go get their marriage certificate. Her name is Hilaria Thomas.
I've never heard about her.
Yeah, she's a pretty lady. You didn't see that picture? She's pretty Latina, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, Mr. Baldwin punched photographer Santos in the face, in the chin.
That's the way to go. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, get out of my life. You know what I mean? I feel kind of bad. Well, how do you feel? Because I feel kind of bad for the reporters. The reporters just trying to snap
I actually
the photo.
feel the same way. I do feel that sometimes it was not reporters, just to make it clear. It's paparazzi. So it's a difference between reporters. I do not whatsoever. I don't think so. I don't draw the same line.
If they get a good picture, though, guess what? They can go sell that to the National Enquirer or whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's their job, the paparazzi, again, and not reporters, because obviously it's a difference there.
Absolutely.
But
being the reporter that you are, I understand.
Again. Yeah. But exactly, it is his job, and as a famous actor, that's what you have to take, though. You know, you put yourself in the spotlight, and that's what you have to take, to be honest. I mean, trust me, I hate paparazzi, and I think it's ridiculous that we have to be exposed to this kind of picture.
Right.
Who cares that he was giving marriage license, whatever he was doing that day? But it's their life, it's their job. That's how they get money. And Alec Baldwin, he knew this. He knew this 30 years before he stepped into the spotlight, that this is the consequence. There is no privacy when it comes to that. It's very limited. And therefore, paparazzi is going to be part of your life.
Yeah, I think so too. And here Alec Baldwin is punching somebody. You know, it's like, dude, you're not like a tough guy. You're an actor. You know, I'm quite sure. You know, if it was under different circumstances, Alec Baldwin wouldn't react like that, you know. And it just goes to my whole thing. It just kind of ties into this whole thing about bullying. Whereas just because they're trying to do their job doesn't mean that you have a right to damage them or, you know, to punch them in the face and stuff like that. You know?
No, it really does. I mean, you just see... It's actually interesting that you brought that up because it goes into my topic that I want to mention. But it just, we see so many pictures and so many stories about celebrities.
Right.
You wonder, what kind of issues are we interested in today?
Man.
You know, we're so focused on entertainment and we know like everything about a celebrity, but we know absolutely zero when it comes to politics, when it comes to serious issue where we actually have to see real life as it is. And the reason why I want to talk about it is just because I think it's a Wisconsin candidate, a senator candidate in Wisconsin has said that reporters should stop telling sob stories and should stop talking about poverty and stop, you know, should focusing on real issues.
Strap themselves up by their boots, huh?
And that for me is a bold point of view. Yeah. But I would say it's a wrong
bold bullshit point of view.
Like that more than I would say wrong. But bullshit point of view. Because you know what? We don't talk about poverty and we don't talk about poor people enough. We don't talk about it at all. What we talk about, like I told you before, is middle class. Everything is always focused on the middle class, right or wrong.
Right, you're right.
And below that, there is so many people who are not middle class. They are lower class. They are, you know, below the poverty line.
Yeah.
But those are not the issues that we see on the news.
Right, absolutely not.
And I think it's just an absolutely wrong statement to begin with, because he's saying that, you know, news is so focused on these kind of issue of sober, you know, this kind of sad stories of poor people cannot get food stamp, but they are not, to be honest. And it's we are so much more focused on entertainment than anything else in the news. Now, of course, now you have a lot of politics because, you know, it's the president candidate and stuff like that. But I would say none. If it's very, very little when it comes to the issues of poverty and when it comes to low-income families and their struggle.
Absolutely. Well, you know, and that's one thing that I think the United States citizens 4 years ago thought Obama was going to change. He ran on change and hope and all this other stuff, but there hasn't been, you can't even count it on 5 fingers when he's talked about poor people, low income, when he's talked about, you know, the social conditions of people under the poverty level. It's almost like a mute conversation because it hasn't happened. You know,
but to be honest, why the reason it hasn't happened, you have to see where the economy was though before Obama was put in there.
Oh yeah, no.
It's just this country was
messed up.
Yeah, and
to begin with,
the people we should focus on is Bush. What Bush did, but that's like forgotten issue. I mean,
I definitely, and that's racist in itself.
Yeah.
Folks want
the black man's fault.
It's the black
blame the black people.
But yeah, you always gotta blame it. But I think it was a responsibility of Obama to at least, you know, make it a point to change some of the social ills in the black and Latino and just overall low income communities. You know,
no,
schools,
I agree.
I have friends who are teachers here in Los Angeles School District. Schools are losing teachers. They're losing money. You know, businesses are closing. Homes are being foreclosed. I mean, you're bailing out banks, but you're not bailing out the citizens who helped get you in an office. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm totally with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that it will take a long time before this country can get back to what it once used to be.
We just need a couple bailouts.
If ever. No, I don't think you can though.
We just need a couple bailouts.
I think the future of the United States has to go a different way now. You cannot go back to where you once were. And you cannot take the same path you once did because obviously that path brought you literally down. And I mean down.
I like the way, since you're from Sweden, you're like, you.
Oh, I don't consider myself American.
No, you're an American?
No, I'm not American.
No, you're Swedish.
I'm not even Swedish. I'm Eritrean.
Oh, Ethiopia.
Same thing.
Same thing?
For me, it's the same thing, but of course,
Okay. Right.
those two countries doesn't believe that. But no, I don't consider myself American.
Okay. You'll never be Americanized.
No. Well,
My
it's
kind
so
of woman
funny,
is,
Americanized. And let's just say that, you know, I'm here. I like it. You know, but there's a lot of issues in this country where, you know, I think that, you know, we should not. I mean, I don't think Americans should go around with their flag and just be proud Americans, because they really need to reconsider the kind of own ideology of the country. But I do say that, you know, it's it is what it is. But I don't see myself as American. I don't think I will ever see myself as American, and I'm happy with that. I don't want to be American.
Hey, well, you know what?
Not everyone want to be American, Oliver. I'm just saying.
I don't see myself as an American.
There you go.
You know, it's funny because you know how they say African American. I mean, where did this come from? There's no nation. We don't have a spot in the United States, the UN. You know, or there's no flag that says, you know, African American flag. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, that's what you brought up last time too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is silly that we're talking about that. I mean, you know, that this is not an issue.
No.
You know, Obama, like, you're the first black president, supposedly. How come you're not talking about reparations? I can go down the list of the people who came to this country who got reparations. Japanese, when they were sent to internment camps, they got reparations. Jews got reparations, of course, because remember they were sent over to Israel.
Yeah.
Everybody got reparations but us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not saying the government go and give, you know, each person, you know, $1 million. Like, no, because all that's gonna do is make Cadillac and
Cadillac.
make Cadillac.
No, but that's a bold point of view.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, it would put it right back into the corporation's hands. But I do think, like, as far as free education, as far as free health care, I think we should do that. You know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I have always believed in free education. I think that's where a country should start. You know, by the way, do you know which one is the most stable country in the world when it comes to economy and education?
I know what could be is Africa, because it has all the darn resources, but everybody's going over there raping it, you know.
Yeah, sadly, it's actually the 4 most unstable countries is Africa. Yeah. Parts of it, you know. Somalia is the number 1.
No,
most unstable.
But tell me, what's the most
Finland.
Really?
The country next to Sweden. And Sweden is the next country that is considered the most stable country.
Why? Because they're not borrowing and they're not loaning?
Well, I would think, and again, I don't want to say this word because in the United States, this is a bad word, but I think it's because in Sweden, specifically in Sweden, is we have socialists. I just said that.
Socialists.
And you know, we don't like socialism.
Because it's a capitalist society. Yeah. But it's not working.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's
so
why for some.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So why do people still hold very strongly about capitalists and how the government should not or should be involved? But again, you have to also consider that United States has what? How many people live in the United States?
It was 34 billion or something.
34 billion.
34 million, I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very high. Around that.
Or 60, I don't know.
Yeah,
but... Good question.
No, but around that. I think it's actually much, much more than that.
Really?
In the United States, yeah.
How many? I don't know. I gotta look that up. I'm not informed.
In Sweden, it's 9 million people.
9 million?
So that's actually just parts. I don't even think that covers California.
Oh.
You see?
Hey, well, you know what? We've had a good first show.
A good time.
It's been a good time.
Good topics.
Great topics, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll come back next time.
And we have to see what we're gonna cover. So you guys have to wait
and see what we're gonna cover
on Bold Point of View. This is Mona Adem, and next to me
is Oliver Baker.
Thank you.